Now, you probably heard in the news, People Before Profit have launched a campaign calling for the new green bin charges to be scrapped. The party claims the charges, introduced by the former Minister for the Environment, Alan Kelly, are environmental sabotage. And it is new pay-by-weight fees for recycling your green bin are due to take effect in July. And a move that the party says is for profit interests rather than environmental concerns. People Before Profit TD Breed Smith says if the government is serious about recycling, the service should remain free of charge.
We haven't up to now paid for recycling. We've been not charged for the recycling contents of the green bin. There's a reason for that. It's because recycling is good for the environment, and now we're being told that we must pay for it, when it in itself generates a profit. So the activity of people, by separating their rubbish and putting it into green bins rather than everything into a black bin, creates a profit for the companies that collect it.
Shane Byrne joins us from AWD, obviously a refuse collection and, get rid of our rubbish company. Hello to you, Shane. Good morning to you.
Nicely put, actually. Yes, thank you.
Well, you're needed, that's the thing. What's the origin of this charge? It seems counterproductive. I mean, we put up the price, they're talking about putting up the price of drink to stop people drinking, putting up the price of cigarettes to stop people smoking, putting up the price of recycling to stop people recycling. Doesn't that follow?
No, it doesn't. Listen, there's so few places. When she's obviously in the middle of Dublin, and her bid charges, they say that they don't charge. Like nearly everywhere around the country, charge for recycling. You know what I mean? So she should have done her research before she did that. It's well for her that she can get that. But any company that offers free recycling, it's not free recycling. It's just their charges wrap up. The charge for the recycling and everything involved in it is wrapped up into their service charge that they have every month or year, whatever it is that their company does.
Yeah, that means that we're paying already then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but so this is an extra charge.
No, it's not. What's happening is in July 1st, as we've talked about, everything is changing with your domestic waste collection. You're going to get charged per kilo of what you put out, no matter what you put out. You know, and the difference will be is that domestic waste will be X amount of kilos, and then recycling will be a far, far smaller figure than it will be for anything else that you're putting out. And that's the encouragement. It's meant to save people money. If you do the right thing, if you recycle, if you reduce the amount of waste that you're putting out to your house, you will have far lower waste charges. That's the idea and everything that they want to do. The government, the phrase that they're using behind this is polluter pays. That's what they're doing. So what they want to do is that they want to make it that everything you're putting out, you're thinking about putting out, seeing can you put it into the recycling bin, which will cost you far, far less than it will if you put it into the black bin.
But we've been doing that. We've been separating our waste. We've been putting our black bin stuff in, and we've been putting our green bin stuff in. Now, we're not going to divert any new rubbish from the black bin because we've been putting into the green bin already, and now a new charge appears.
Well, it's not a new charge. Like, as I said to you, Declan, most places, nearly everywhere around the country, are already paying for recycling. Where she gets that the recycling generates a profit, there was a small window when almost everything that we recycle, unfortunately, gets exported. That's just the nature of the business. There's quite a bit held on in the country. There's more and more as more plants get open. And when India and China were, absolutely pulling in everything that was being produced around the world, there was a price to be got out of the recycling. So when we collect it, we'd bring it to these larger companies. They would then sort it out and then export it. But that has stopped to be. So it isn't where she's thinking her research is completely wrong. Like that the recycling, yes, it's nowhere near the costs of disposing of waste, your general waste. But there's nowhere near the profits that she's dreaming of that the recycling creates for itself. And it's only for a small few companies that have the very, very large recycling facilities that are able to produce the end product that ends up getting exported.
Right. So much is it anyway? This charge, additional charge. You're already charging, I think, aren't you, in AWD?
Yes. Yeah. Along with all companies down the southeast that that is the way it is. And anyone that says, as I said to you, anyone says that they're not charging, they are. It's just wrapped up in the service charge you have, your yearly charges or your monthly, whatever.
Right, so will your fees increase is really what people, and it's not just you, obviously, it's
no, and I appreciate you saying that. No, listen, the way it's going to work across the way is if you're doing what you're meant to be doing, your waste charges should go down. That's the way it's meant to work, is that you reduce the waste that is in your bin. You put more into your recycling, your waste charges on whole will go down. And that's the whole idea in this pay by weight. And it will take a bit of effort. It will take a bit of, a bit of effort into to make it work. But you're able to exercise your own costs. You're able to decide how much you put out into the brown bin, how much you put out into the green bin and the black bin. And that's and manage your own costs. That's the idea.
All right, okay. So we won't notice because there's no extra money. It's just reducing one place and increasing another.
Well, it's what they've always wanted you to do, Declan. They've always wanted you to recycle more, and the way that they're doing it now, they've decided to do it is that you'll be charged per every kilo that you put out, and it depends what bin you put it out. That'll depend on the costs that'll generate the costs. So If you put more in the black bin, your prices will go up. If you put more in the green, your prices will go down. So everybody should obviously recycle more and just keep your costs down. That's what everybody wants to do.
Yeah, but we're too cynical for that. We just think we'll just say this is going to cost us. It's like the change over to the euro that wouldn't cost us, but it does,
Yeah, true. There's an advertising campaign starting the 18th of this month by the government, and I'd encourage everybody to have a good read of it and into what is going to happen, because there is little things that have to be done. Everybody has to get an account. Everybody has to use wheelie bins. These are big issues. Like, no matter what situation you're in at the moment, these are absolute facts. You have to get an account. You have to get a wheelie bin. And these are really important. I don't think people realise that. And once they say we can't do an advertising campaign until the government started, once they do that, we'll be at pains to get people to realise that these are the two essential things that you have to do. And then it's just about being smart with your waste, knowing what to do, knowing where to put it, and then managing your own costs. And then hopefully the way this works is that your costs should go down.
Yeah. So you have to have a wheelie bin, and therefore you get a receipt of your waste, I suppose, because of that. Yeah. It's all just, at any point. There's no going to be throw bags out. That'll be over, will it? Bags and tags.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of the bags. You have to apply. If you want to, give us a call here, and we'll talk you through the situation with the bags. They're trying to get rid of the bag. That's the main thing, because they think it's a pollution thing. But of course, there's people who have to use a bag because they're in apartment blocks or they have a 2-mile driveway, and these are things that, get in touch with us and we'll talk you through that, exactly how we go about doing that. But they want everybody to be able to log on to an account that you'll have and see the weight, be able to see how much you're putting out. Now, we've been using that. If you have an account with us at the moment, you can log on now and we'll tell you the weights that you're putting out. So you can now start getting ready for when these charges come in July 1st, and really start making a change now to what you're putting out, so that when you do get ready, you save yourself some money. And that's the whole idea in this paper white. It's not been communicated very well. There's been so few things being put out about it. We're only a few weeks away from it. But now it's there, and it's real. It is happening. July 1st, we have to be ready for it.
All right, let's see how it goes. Anyway, you can understand that a lot of our listeners are cynical all about it, but it's
absolutely
just more money making.
Listen, I don't blame. There's so little information has gone out about it that there should have been so much more education going out about it. So I can understand everyone's concerns, but with a little bit of sense, a little bit of effort, you can save yourself some money.
Okay, Shane Byrne from Arklow Waste Disposal. Thanks, Shane. Good morning to you.
No problem.
All right, 087 77 11 103. Yeah, people are cynical about this thing. It's another scam and all that sort of stuff. We better find out more about it and see what the story is. And what is the idea? So you put less stuff into your black bin, which is charged at a high price, and if it's recyclable, put into your green bin, which is charged at a lower price. So you should end up winning. And that seems to be the argument. But the proof will be in the eating, as they say. Anyway.